Hey guys, Wasser here to talk about my newly acquired Ishapore 2A bolt action rifle. Picked this up at the gun show past weekend, and I'm really stoked about it. I traded my Mosin Nagant M9130 with PU scope and my M70A 9mm pistol for this baby, and I have to say I love it. I've been wanting to get a 7.62 NATO rifle for quite some time, and I honestly don't feel like shelling out the money for an M1A or something like that. So just really happy about it. Just a bit of history on this rifle. These were developed in probably the late 1950s as a stopgap rifle for the Indian Army. They were equipping their soldiers with the FN-FAL or the L1A1 to replace their Lee Enfields and the .303 British caliber, and at the time they didn't have enough FALs to equip their army, so they developed this, the Ishapore 2A bolt action rifle. Now, even though this might look like an Enfield No. 1 Mark III, this is not a conversion gun. These were built from the ground up to fire the more powerful 7.62 by 51mm NATO. And so it's made with improved steel, and actually from what I've heard they have the FAL butt plate on there. And fortunately this one's a 2A and not a 2A1, so I believe from what I've heard they used the old Enfield No. 1 Mark III sights, so I'm not exactly sure how accurate this thing is. But just like I said, this was based on the No. 1 Mark III. As you can see, the barrel is flush with the end of the gun. On the No. 4 Mark Is, it protrudes a little bit, so you can only use the older sword-type bayonets with the ring that fits over the plate here and then slides into the notch right under here. Like I said, this is a 2A and not a 2A1. It has a rear sight, a simple leaf sight, graduated from 100 up to 2,000 meters. And these sights are very well protected by two heavy machined ears on the front and on the rear sight. And then on the back of the gun there's this neat little cleaning compartment. And mine actually still has the rack number, which is pretty cool. And very, very nice wood on here. I don't know what kind it is. Probably if someone dropped me a comment, I'll be able to find out. Now, what's really cool about these rifles is these were actually frontline service rifles into the 1970s. These weren't sniper rifles or designated marksman rifles. These were actually issued to frontline units up until the 1970s, when I guess the Indians got their hands on the FAL. And from what I've heard, this is still used as a drill and target rifle. Now, the thing that takes some getting used to for me is the Enfield bolt. Whereas pretty much all other rifles are a cock on opening, this one is a cock on closing. As you can see right here, the firing pin is down. This thing will spring open when you open the bolt, which is pretty cool. See, the firing pin is still closed up, and then it's cocked when you close the action. So, and it makes for very, very fast shooting.